Hey, in this video, I want to show you how you can automate your document creation. And especially in this video, I want to show you how you can do this by having a proposal form, which you can fill out after like a discovery call with your lead. And then you can create a template like this in 5 minutes with AI. So you can see we have all the necessary pages for a proposal. And then we can automate the entire process of filling the variables in from our proposal form into this document using n8n. And I'll walk you through the entire process of creating the document, of automating the process, and then sending the proposal to your client. Hey, my name is Bennett, and on this YouTube channel, I share the exact same workflows. I have my own agency where I help agencies and small business owners automating their onboarding processes. So everything from creating proposals to the onboarding call, I help them to automate so they can save time and eventually make more clients do that. And I also have an n8n workflow gallery, which you can sign up for. So you can get the exact same workflows I sell to my clients and show on this YouTube channel for free and implement that into your business so you can save more time by automating your onboarding processes. And in this video, I show you a workflow I created last week where I helped another agency save time by automating their proposal process. And I would say, let's dive into the video. So let's start by creating a template in SLE. For that, you have to create an account, and then you have to go to templates and create a new account. Here you have two options of either designing the template from scratch or using AI to basically create the entire document for you with the content and also with the background design. So let's do that. And then we're getting asked to upload specific resources for this proposal. So for example, we can upload specific reports about our company with this option, or we can also create a research report. For example, we want to just basically have a research report about our company. So we can click on Zopio, which is the company name, and then we can just say, so we can use this in our proposal to add more valuable information to the template, which the agent can use to create the proposal for us. So now it finished creating the research report, and we can add this to our asset library, which the agent in the next step will use to generate the document for us. So let's click next, and then we start chatting with the agent that basically helps us defining the content of the proposal. So first of all, we say we want to create a proposal. Here you can also see it asks us what we want to do with the research report, which we just uploaded. So we can say, since we're creating this proposal for Zopio. Now it also asks us what's the targeted page count for the proposal. So we can say about 7. And then, yes, so it asks us about what pages we want to include. So let's say on the solution page. So basically we go back and forth with the agent until it has the best outline for the document. And we can skip now and I just show you the. So then by the end, we can also ask to include a inspiration background for the proposal. So for example, we can click here and then we can choose from a background library. So we can either add another image in here, or you can just skip this and then click on the outline document. Now in this step, it will outline the entire document and will tell us what the proposal will be about and also what pages we want to include in the document. So in the next step, it will actually create the entire content with the design, so we know what's going on. So now you can see it created the document structure. So we know exactly what we have included in the document, and then we can click on generate a document. And then this will take up to 5 minutes to create the entire template for us. So I will just come back. So now you can see the document was created. It took about 3 to 4 minutes. And now we can see how the template looks. So we can use it to customize it to then automate the process of creating each and every proposal for new leads that will come in. So let's click on that. So you can see here, we generated the template, and obviously we need to make some adjustments because so you can see here, then we can add client company. Also, we can add an additional image in here. We don't need to do that. So let's just get rid of that option. And then we can look how the rest of the template looks like. So we have table of contents here with a minimalistic design. I asked to have a dark green as the background. And then we have a forward here. We have another page in here, which also doesn't look perfect. So we still need to make a few adjustments. For example, we need to add a font here. And then we can have a solution page, which talks about us, Exopio, as the solution. And you can see here we have integrated the variable, solution, and client goal, which we can fill in with the form from our discovery call. So when we have a discovery call, we fill out the form, and then those variables will be filled in immediately. So like I said, we need to still do a few things manually. The main structure is here, and you can also see we have the signature block here. But basically, we now have our template created, and on the right side, you can see the variables that were generated with the template. So we can fill in all these variables with n8n in the next step, which I will show you. So you can personalize each document for the lead. So I just fixed the remaining other issues. And you can see here that I just changed the color, the font of the color with n8n to automatically create the proposal. So let's go to the content sidebar and click on the create document button. This will copy the curl command, which we can use in n8n. And we go to our workflow when we have when we add another HTTP request in here. So we can then automatically create a create document request to our app, which already has all the variables from our template in the JSON, and also the template ID and also the workspace ID. So we only have to do two things. We have to get our API key, and for that we go back to SLE. We go to our settings, and here we go to API keys, and either copy the existing one or we create a new API key. So I just created the API key. So now we have our API key in the template, and what we have to do now is we have the webhook, and that is connected to our form after we fill out the proposal from a discovery call, for example. And then first of all, let's set this up. I already have created a form request, and we have the AI writer fill out a few basic variables, for example, client goal, problem statement, and solution graph. So we can then connect our body with output from the agent. So for client company name, what we can do is we can go to the webhook, and then here we can see what we filled out. So for example, I just added the random data, but we can say client first name, and then we have client company in here as well. We have client last name, so we can basically do this. And then also we have those variables created with the AI. And so for example, we can go to the solution part and add the solution variable in here. Or for example, for the client goal, we can do that as well. And for the problem statement as well. And then send our company. So let's say our company is called Sopio. Let's specify the name. So we can automatically add those variables there in all the time. And here we can also add some other variables. I just will skip them to make it simpler. So we have all variables filled out. And then when we've done this, we also say a name. So we say proposal for client company. So we copy this from here and add this for the name. And basically, this was a whole process of filling out the HTTP request for creating a document from the template. And the next step will be to create a share link, which we can then send the client with an email, for example. So we can go back to SLE and back to our proposal template. So this is the proposal. And then on the right side, you can also see create share link. So we can do the same process. We can click on create share link. It will copy the curl command. And then we do the same thing here. We paste the curl command into the share link. I already done this, so I don't have to do it again. And you can see here, when we create the document with this step, it gives us the document ID, which we will then have to fill out in this URL and to create the share link for that. Also, the API key is added in here, so we don't have to do anything here. And I would say we will test this out now with extra data from our proposal form, and then we can see the created share link in the next step. So I just filled out the form with some data from our discovery call, and then we can click on submit, and then this will trigger our n8n automation in here. So we have set up the webhook. So when we go to executions, it should run for, I don't know how long this will run, but around like 10 to 20 seconds, I believe. Yeah, so it already finished running, and then we can go to the yeah, you can see we have implemented this wait note here as well. The document was created, and we also created the share link for the document. And this is just some optional steps which we can talk about in a minute. But first of all, I want to show you that we created the share link. So you can see we can copy this, and this will be the link we can send the client, the lead, so they can review it and sign it, and then yeah, if they agree obviously to the deliverables and scope of work. So we can do this now. We just go in our browser and type in the share link, and you can see here. Okay, that was my fault. I should have put in client company name, but you can see here that we have the client company name in here, and also the name of the client from the lead. And then you can see here that we customize this for obviously the lead we filled out in our form, and also you can see here that we created this, and this is our company. So this goes through the entire process here. We also generated a graphic. Yeah, like I said, the styling and option is not the best, and we could also include more images here as well. But like I said, just wanted to show you this. Then when we go back to Assetly, here's the template, and we now can see that for the documents, we created a new document that is called Proposal for Acme. And here, yeah, we can also click on it for ourselves to review it again. And we can also see the analytics of that document. So we can see how many times it was viewed, what's the completion rate, so if they scrolled all the way to the button, and also for how many seconds they viewed each page, which gives us a good foundation to improve the proposal and, for example, add another page to it, or make it in general more interesting. And we can do this for each individual proposal, but they also offer this analytics page here where we can select the proposal. And here we can see that, you can see here Proposal for Acme, when we have 10 different documents created based on their template. So we can see everything here from when we sent it and when they viewed and for how long, and what's the average time they viewed the document. Also, what we could do in n8n is that we immediately send the message, the email with the share link, and then we can also update our CRM with saying the lead goes from stage discovery call to proposal send, and then we can also update the status. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video and you could get some value out of it. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment. I will go through every comment and answer that. And like I said, you can also click on the first link in the description to get this workflow as well as other workflows related to onboarding processes and proposal processes, and for free with the n8n workflow library. So with that, I hope I see you in the next video.